Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, for the Sony PlayStation 3. This is going to be the first time that I play a PlayStation 3 game for the internet. I did my first time, it being my first time, with the first Sly Cooper game way back when I did my first PS2 game. And it became the first in a hopefully long line of games that I played while recording with OBS. Since then, I've recorded the 2 sequels. I've replayed the first game to say that I can have played it with better audio-visual quality. And now, I might as well go ahead and get the PS3 foot on the right foot by playing the 4th game in the series. And we might as well go ahead and start a new game. And we're going to create some new save data, because I don't have any on my PS3, at least not on my current login right now. Yes, I am recording this after midnight on Christmas Eve, but you won't see it for quite some time anyway. Let's begin. And yes, we want the full story. You can sprint by holding R1 while moving. Be careful, because sprinting is noisy and may alert enemies. So whenever you get this loading screen, you get a hint, and you also get to see how much of everything, bottles, treasures, safes, masks, and trophies, that you've gotten. We'll be looking at this from time to time. Hopefully we'll fill them all up.
I should probably just start at the beginning. The name's Sly. Sly Cooper, and I'm a thief. From a long line of thieves. In fact, thieving is the family business. And business was good. Although, until recently, I considered myself retired. Having hung up my mask and cane, I was enjoying life on the other side of the law. In the company of a certain lovely Interpol agent named Carmelita Fox. She and I had a history, which generally involved her trying to lock me up. So, I should mention our current situation was only possible because she thought I had amnesia. I didn't. It was great to finally enjoy each other's company without a shock pistol being involved, and we quickly put the past behind us. But as time went on, the old itch came back, and I knew I needed to pull a heist. I should also mention that as a master thief, I only steal from other thieves. So it took me a while, but I finally found what I was looking for. My target was an upstart art mogul, a real hotshot collector. He seemed respectable, had even opened a new museum. But I could smell a rat. Reliable sources told me he was dealing in black market antiques worth millions. So I felt he should share the wealth. I was working on a plan when one night, as if on cue, Bentley showed up. Bentley was the brains of our operation, the mastermind. We grew up in the same orphanage where we bonded over stealing cookies, our very first heist. And we've been best friends and partners ever since. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but I knew immediately that something was up. Bentley had been enjoying his time off too, building a new lab from scratch with his girlfriend and fellow tech whiz, Penelope. She had joined the team on our last caper, and the two of them had really hit it off. Apparently, they'd just finished work on a top-secret project when Penelope had simply vanished. Bentley was worried sick. He searched frantically but found nothing. Then, he noticed something that completely stunned him. In his spare time, Bentley had been researching the Thievius Raccoonus, the Master Thief's handbook passed down through the Cooper family for generations. its pages overflowing with the exploits and secret techniques of my esteemed ancestors. Only now, those pages weren't so full. In fact, they were disappearing right before Bentley's eyes. Realizing there was no time to waste, he gathered his gear and raced off to Paris. The first thing Bentley did was track down Murray, the third in our trio. Murray was our enforcer, the muscle, and the guy who'd eaten all the cookies we stole back in our orphanage days. Through the years, the three of us had become an unbeatable team, and we were more like a family now than a gang. Murray had been living his dream on the pro driving circuit, where his van had become famous, or rather, infamous, for all the crashes he'd caused. Eventually, he was unable to find a sponsor due to his high insurance premiums, and he moved into Demolition Derby, where he remained undefeated. When Bentley showed up, however, Murray dropped everything to help out. Especially when Bentley explained that his van was the key to the whole plan. With Carmelita distracted by a new assignment, I took the opportunity to slip away and met up with the guys at our old Paris hideout. Bentley launched into one of his elaborate presentations, and I saw the whole scary picture. Someone, or something, was literally erasing Cooper history. Then, to our amazement, Bentley revealed that he already had the solution: time travel. It turns out his top secret project was constructing a time machine. And now he modified the design to fit into Murray's van. We were going to travel back in time, stop those responsible, and fix the damage they'd done. Bentley explained the only catch was that in order to travel to a particular time, the machine required an object from that era. We knew from the changes to the Thievius Raccoonus that our first stop was feudal Japan. So here we were, about to steal a priceless 17th century samurai dagger from the same museum I'd been casing. Funny how things work out sometimes.
Okay, you both remember the plan, right?
Of course! My mind is like a steel cap!
That's trap, big guy. And everybody relax. We've been over it 1,000,000 times. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words. Look, we're only gonna get one shot at this, so we can't mess up.
All right, no messing up allowed. Now stop worrying. This is gonna be a piece of cake. I'll see you both inside. Now let's get going.
The icon to the left indicates the game is saving. When you see this icon, please do not power off the system. And from here, we have a game to play. If you know the controls to Sly 2 and Sly 3, you're more than likely going to need to know the controls to Sly 4. Only difference is you can't use the D-pad for anything now. You must move exclusively with the left stick, which the game tells you can do in the upper, or rather lower right-hand corner. And as soon as we approach these chests...
Whoa! Careful, Sly. Those security choppers are bad news.
we'll find out that whoever has hired security here has had this place more or less on lockdown.
I suppose I don't have to mention you can jump using the X button? Sly, don't forget you can double jump. Just jump,
Right. Just another one of my many talents.
Every once in a while during the tutorial, you'll be told how to do a move, and you'll get a text explanation down at the lower right-hand corner. Obviously, you can use X to jump, and you can double tap X to do a double jump, just like in all the other games before this. That's good because we're gonna need it. And I also want to smash anything that I see, such as a flower pot or chest, because that will get me money. Once again, you get coins just like in all the other games, and you will be using them to buy things off the ThiefNet. So you do want to get as many coins as you can. It will definitely help. And the path here, pretty linear. And yes, you can hold R1 just like the loading screen from earlier told us. Might as well throw that in for free. And to smash things, you obviously have to use square to perform your attack. You can attack in the air, you can attack on the ground. Definitely want to attack anything that isn't nailed down because that allows you to get coins. And just like in all the other games, you can hang on to ledges as well.
If you find the need to adjust your perspective on things, you can move the camera around using the right stick.
Excellent. It's perfect for peeking around corners.
So just like in Sly 2 and beyond, or rather all the games really, though more like you could in the sequels, you can use the right analog stick to move the camera around. Up and down lets you crane the camera up and down, while left and right lets you spin it around.
Press the circle button while jumping to interact with blue sparkling objects.
And just like in every other game,
That's how I pull off some of my best moves.
just like in every other game, if you see a blue sparkle, you can interact with it with circle. You can do the spire jump, you can sidewalk on narrow ledges, that sort of thing. You're definitely going to need this move as well. And you do not want to get caught by those spotlights because the helicopters will spot you, and if you get spotted, you'll fail the job, and you'll have to try again. Thankfully, that's the worst.
Press the circle button while jumping to interact with blue sparkling objects.
I remember. That's how I pull off some of my best moves.
Might as well let Sly say that dialogue again, so that way you can hear it this time. As I was saying, you don't want to get spotted by the spotlight because that is how you are going to get caught. Thankfully, you can always try again, and just like in Sly 2 and beyond, you have infinite lives. So let's keep a close eye out for the spotlight this time around so we don't get found.
Chopper, Sly. If they see you now, we're busted.
I think I can handle that.
So, as I was saying, you want to keep an eye out for the spotlight so that way you don't get caught out. Just like that.
Press the circle button while jumping to interact with blue sparkling objects.
I remember.
Avoid those choppers, Sly. If they see you now, we're busted.
I think I can handle that.
Yes, like the other 2 times we handled it. Badly. So yeah, don't get caught by the spotlights, that way you won't get caught out. Thankfully, we can get up to the rope, and we can do the rope walk, just like in all the other games. And thankfully, you do have infinite lives, so keep that in mind.
Hey, Bentley, was truck surfing part of Murray's entrance strategy?
Of course not. Murray's approach route is through the back alley. Why do you ask?
No reason. Anyway, it looks like he's in position now.
Make sure you stay on these cables, Sly. You can't risk going down to street level right now.
Not a problem, Bentley. A good thief prefers to stay above the action anyway. Looks like the perfect night for a heist.
Indeed. So let's just stay on the rope here and jump off once we get over here and get more coins. So yeah, we can get caught by the spotlight all we like. That will just get us more coins. We do have radar up in the lower right-hand corner. We're in the center. The red dots are enemies, and the blue X, or whatever color we are, in case we're playing a Sly, both our icon in the center of the radar as well as the X indicating our objective will be in blue. I'm pretty sure it'll be green for Bentley and pink for Murray. Yeah, you'll see your objectives over there in the radar right there. And now we've broken into the museum, and the game is telling us that we can press select to access the map. This is where we can see the enemies. The left stick lets us zoom in and out, and we can pan the camera, or pan through the map, with the right stick. We can also check out our current job, and we can see where we are, what our job is, what our current goal is, and at the bottom we can see how much of the game we've gotten completed and how much we found of everything in the current episode. So now we got all that explained, let's go ahead and grab some more coins. And I might as well just go ahead and show off the Binocucom 2. Pressing the right analog stick, or also known as R3, will let you see through the Binocucom, just like in the sequels. You can look around with the right analog stick. Left stick lets you zoom in and out. It's a little different from how things were in... Or maybe it was the same way, and I just never used the zoom feature in Sly 2 and 3, but nevertheless, it's all there. And this arrow in front of us, that tells us where we need to go next. We definitely need to go here. And just walk across the ledge there.
Security is getting tougher, Sly. Steer clear of the guards and lights. Avoid sprinting around the gardens, too. They'll hear your footsteps.
I'll be a ghost, I promise.
And Murray's in position, and we need to be too.
Back in business.
So, before we do that, let's go ahead and destroy some more things. And pay attention to what we're doing. And pay attention to where the... Okay. We need to go over here. And we need to latch onto that pipe. And from here, we don't necessarily need to be on this, but we can still do it. I can still do the spin, just like in the sequels, just not as fast as I could in the PS2 games. And we need to walk over to here.
Looks like security is really beefed up tonight.
That was too close.
And now we've dropped down to another area. Once again, need to be careful. Let's go ahead and get the coins here and get the coins out of the chest in the corner. Now we need to see where the spotlights are. I want to make sure that I get that chest open so that way I can get the coins that are inside. And also destroy the garbage can. Why not? Now we need to get on this and then
That flagpole looks like it leads right to the roof.
and then climb on the pipe and then get zapped. Because I didn't think that would happen. Trying to do everything and somehow I always mess it up. Again, you have infinite lives. Make the most of them. But still don't do dumb things. Well, as long as the game keeps wanting to kill me, I'll just keep getting coins. We are going to need all the coins that we can get our hands on. Whoa. Yeah, you do not want to get... If you get caught by the spotlights this time, you'll actually get zapped at. That's why I got zapped. Now to get up here.
Fine, that flagpole looks like it leads right to the roof.
See, I told you it would be a piece of cake.
And from here, now that we're up here, we can just slide down.
Guess I'm a little out of practice.
You say something, Sly?
No. All good here, Bentley.
Okay, it looks like you're going to have to find another way up. Use that ledge to move around to the front of the museum, and stay out of that security light.
I think I can handle that. I can't believe the security at this place. This better be worth it.
And from here, we are now on a balcony, and we need to be careful here. Now, you can go up to enemies, press triangle, and then press square to do the stealth slam, but you can also go up to them and pickpocket them with the circle button. We got a bit of coins from them. Now, to do the slam. Or just do that. That's fine. We killed him without getting spotted anyway. So mission accomplished, I guess. But we will get to see the stealth slam in action eventually. For the time being, once I get everything here smashed, 4 coins, we're going to walk on this balcony because that's the only place we have to go. So, let's play around with the camera so that way we can see stuff and get over here. And I don't know why I did that. I don't even know why or how I did that. I just know that I did. And he spotted me this time. And he had a glowing pocket too. So if I were to actually pickpocket... So if I did pickpocket him this time around, I would have gotten a treasure out of it. Ah, well. What can you do? I'll be able to get more than enough coins the rate that I'm going. Now let's do things right. Let's watch out for the spotlight so we don't get zapped again.
I take it your assignment as is. Perhaps some important news is coming. But this is what we have been working for. You must make sure this treasure from the United States is transported carefully. And you must understand that the radio collection is of the utmost importance. You mustn't get hit with it. Remember, I've done for you.
Believe it or not, while most of the enemies here have that wah 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 Charlie Brown sound, you can hear the person who is behind this window, but just barely. The only thing I could really hear was, "Remember, I'm counting on you two." And that's about it. And if you look around with the camera, you'll see some rather interestingly shaped people. Something tells me we'll be seeing these people for real later on. For now, let's get up this pipe. Up here, and then up another pipe.
Easy does it.
And pressing R to let you display the compass and the current objective. Or rather, L3 lets you do that. R3 is still the Binocucom for all points and purposes. Though you do still have radar on the Binocucom. Now, you can get behind that fence. There will be a spotlight there, so you need to watch out and not get caught by it so you don't get zapped. So what you want to do is leap on here, then on here. You're supposed to go over here next. But you can leap onto the roof and you can get over here. You want to be very, very careful because you do not want to get spotted. Especially when you're trying to grab that. And that Sly Cooper icon is a Sly Mask. You found a Sly Mask. Collect secret Sly Masks throughout the game to earn the Cooper Calling Card trophy, because this is a PS3 game. Collect secret Sly Masks throughout the game to earn special unlockable items. Would you like to go to the unlockables menu? Sure, I'll show it off. And we get unlockables when we collect enough Sly Masks. There are 60 in the game. We get our first unlockable at 5. Then at 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then all 60. We'll go back. We'll unpause the game. And we'll get spotted by another spotlight. Because why not? Now let's do this right. Let's do the exploration part right. But first I want to smash this too. Because I need the coins. And I can't even remember if I've gotten everything. Nope, I'm glad I checked because there was still the flower pot and the chest. I'm not this bad at games, honest. I swear. Alright. We might as well go ahead and smash these. And these. And then try to pay attention to where things are going to go. And I hope I don't get caught by the spotlight here. That would be embarrassing. And let's get out of here before the spotlight gets us again. Thankfully it didn't. We are now able to get back here. And now we're going to go back to where we should go, which is up here, where we can smash more things to our heart's content. And I keep forgetting that Sly is going to say things. We do need to get to the skylight next. That is our next objective. And just by following the very linear path, we are going to eventually reach it. I just want to destroy everything first. Because money. And buying things off ThiefNet. And yeah, let's get money out of this too. Thankfully the game is showing us the way.
Careful now. That's the skylight we want, but it's locked. My instruments are showing that guard has a key.
Don't worry, Bentley. This is gonna be easy as pie.
Alright, now we get to steal from an enemy again, and I can...
Move slowly until you're right behind him. When you're close enough, press the circle button to pick his pocket. You might have to try several times until you get the key.
And let's go ahead and pickpocket this guy. And get the museum skylight key.
To perform a stealth slam, sneak up behind an enemy and press the triangle button to juggle him. Then press the square button to finish him off.
Right. I'll make sure he never knew what hit him.
And just like in the games from the second and beyond, press triangle on an unsuspecting enemy from behind, then press square, and you'll slam them down.
Great, Sly. Now use the key to unlock the skylight.
Just get him in the air, smack him into the pavement. And we can use the circle button on the Sly icon on the skylight to unlock the skylight door. But more things to smash. I'm almost at 500 coins. How about that?
Okay, Bentley, I'm in place. Let me know when you shut down the security system.
Patience, Sly. You can't rush greatness, and I'm about to code a hacking masterpiece. Interesting. The last time I was in these sewers, I was just a teenager.
And now it's time to play as
Man,
Bentley.
This place is disgusting.
Yes, Bentley, we know. just like Sly, we have a health bar in the upper left-hand corner, and we also have that little yellow wedge at the bottom. This will be used for our special abilities as well as our hover jet. Thankfully, it slowly refills. I'm guessing that gauge is for the hover jet. Unlike the other 3 games where I've had much more prior experience, I'm learning with this one as I go. And as I expected earlier, we now have green icons for Bentley in the center and for his objectives. So we can press X to jump, and we can press X a second time and hold it to do the hover jet. Also, if you attack the mice, you can get coins out of them. Just one, though. Kind of reminds me of Medieval, or the previous PS2 games, but they're there. And I just now noticed that you can actually make little wheel marks with the wheelchair in this dirt here. Nice little detail.
My bomb should make short work of that grate. I just need to press the triangle button to place one.
And just like in Sly 2 and beyond, triangle lets you set bombs. Set the bomb, get away.
Well, that was a blast.
So we need to reach the control room, and we need to be very careful how we do this. Thankfully, I know how to jump and double jump. So, let's do this.
Who says turtles are slow?
And now, we might as well destroy the last of the things that are here and make our way over to this area. Just make our way through here. And once we get away from the bomb so we can't hurt ourselves.
That's a big jump. I better use the hover pack here. If I jump, then press and hold the X button while I'm in the air, my jets will let me glide a long way.
And once we get over here, we'll learn how to use the hover pack, which I showed off earlier.
New technology.
Now it's time to make our way over to this, where once again we'll learn how to do something new.
Great, that platform is blocked. I'll have to throw a bomb to clear it off. If I press and hold the L1 button, I can bring up my rangefinder. Then I can adjust the range of my throw by pressing forward or backward on the left stick. Once I find the right distance, I just press the triangle button to toss a bomb with pinpoint accuracy.
So we have bombs equipped on L1 amazingly. Hold L1, use the left stick to aim, and the little red circle there that is moving will indicate where you will throw your bomb and where it will land when you do throw it. We want it to land on this wheel.
That's a direct hit.
And now that I think about it,
If I fall in that filthy water, I'm buying a new shell.
let's hope we can afford a new shell in case we do. I wouldn't want to land in there. But anyway, now that I think about it, it's not really an equip, it's really more of a special thing, I guess. I'm guessing you can't really, well, maybe you can. We'll see. Let's just go ahead and do the hover jet thing for now and keep on exploring. Keep on grabbing coins and doing things. And want to make sure that I destroy as much things as I can. And it's a good thing we looked around too, because that is another Sly mask. Definitely want to get my hands on that. So. Oh, apparently you can't keep respawning the rats and getting coins off of them. Ugh. I was hoping maybe you could.
Why didn't I wear my rubber gloves?
And We still have the arrow, it's just green now. So let's go ahead and do some more smashings. Get all the coins that we can. Because I know that I'm going to get a lot just from explaining things and playing at the same time. And from here, we're going to need to drop the bomb on that little manhole cover.
According to the schematics, the control room is right underneath me. All I have to do is find a way in. Some explosives should do the trick.
And there's also some enemies there, but we won't be able to bother them, and they can't bother us. So let's drop the bomb on this grate, get away, so that way we don't get hurt by our own explosion.
Voila! Instant shortcut.
And we'll head to the control room.
Phew! Talk about your close shaves.
How's that security system coming, Bentley?
Great. Perfect. I'll be done in a jiffy.
And now we need to get to the security system and shut it down. First things first, make sure you jump over this, because it will hurt if you don't.
Next time, I'm giving Sly the sewer job.
I've only had the magnet. Sadly, I don't. Or maybe I do. Oh, you can pickpocket with Bentley too. Can I do it with this guy? I don't think I can do it with this guy. That is a shame. Well, at least I blew him up.
Now for a patented Bentley hack attack.
As well as a chair attack, because I want to destroy the chairs for coins as well. So you can pickpocket with Bentley. You can just press circle behind an enemy just like you did with Sly. Who knew? At least it's a little easier than using a magnet like he did in Sly 3. But once we go up to this Bentley icon, we'll be able to interact with the security system just by pressing the circle button. And we'll do the hacking minigame again. Sly can perform a stealth slam by sneaking behind an enemy and pressing triangle followed by square. We know that.
Hello, old friend. We have to reach the main docking gate before the security code flushes us from the system. The left stick should navigate the ship.
And it does. So let's get over to the docking gate, which is right here.
The right stick should control the bit cannon. The bit cannon can blast right through that firewall.
And it does.
Bit cannon performing well. Moving while firing is key to cracking this system.
And you can move and fire at the same time just by moving both sticks in different directions. Unlike the past games, you do have a little aiming reticle that moves around when you move the cannon around. Kind of useful.
I need to use the data key on that lock to defeat the firewall.
So we need to destroy this firewall. Don't run into it, by the way. It does hurt you a little bit. And then we can get the data key.
Bingo! This data key should fit that lock.
And this is the lock. You walk up to it with the data key. And there you go.
Dang it! This reinforced firewall is too strong for the bit cannon. If I use that upgrade slot, I can engage my Panzer code.
And we can change our turtle code.
Oh yeah, time to bring out the big guns, baby. These gigabomb shells will crush those firewalls.
And we can turn our turtle tank into a panzer tank. And we have a more tanky shot that just goes a short distance but can destroy these pink crystals.
Security drones! I can either dodge them or blast them.
So we can make quick work of the enemies here, as well as the firewall. We can make quick work of the firewall as well as the enemies with this Panzer form. It should be mentioned that if I lose health, like, say, I run into the firewall and take a bunch of damage, and I get rid of the fireball in one fell swoop, and I switch back to the turtle form. Damage. No damage. Damage. You're taking damage. No damage. Believe it or not, your different forms have individual health bars, which I will find useful, and maybe you will too.
Key on that lock to defeat the firewall.
Now to get the data key into the
All
data
right,
key
I
lock,
can use this data key to disable that firewall.
and we can get in here. You can refill health by finding enemies, by the way. They do leave health pickups. And if any can show up, I should be able to show them off. Hopefully. Do you only get a finite amount of enemies? I think you do. The enemies do not spawn forever, like they did in the PS2 games. Also interesting. And we have completed the hacking minigame. Carmelita's full name is Carmelita Montoya Fox. That was established in the first game. And I am waiting for this game to load. And I don't know what else to say.
And that's the way the code base crumbles. Okay, Murray, you're up.
The Murray is always on, Bentley.
Okay, Murray, we need to get you back in fighting shape. Why don't you warm up with a few basic attacks? Press the square button to punch.
Oh yeah, the old muscle memory is really kicking in.
Press and hold the triangle button to charge up, then release it for a wicked spinning attack.
Yes, nobody can withstand the pink tornado.
To perform a thunder flop, jump, then press the triangle button while in the air.
Oh, Thunderflop, how I've missed you.
So we're now playing as Murray, now that we've gotten the gates open, and his fighting ability has changed since the PS2 games. You now have to press triangle to do the thunder flop in midair, and the triangle is now used for a charge attack. You have to hold it down, and then you can do the spin punch. So the two-hitter quitter, where I knocked somebody in the air with triangle and then hit them with square that I did in Sly 2 and 3, it's gone now. And I don't really know how to feel about that. Also, you just do an infinite punch combo if you keep pressing square. I missed a two-hitter quitter. And by pressing circle, you can stomp and get an enemy in your hands.
Come on, I was expecting a tough fight.
When you have an item in your hands and over your head, square lets you throw, triangle lets you slam something down, slam whatever you have in your hand down, and you can still jump just in case you need to jump.
Don't stand a chance.
So we need to beat up the enemies that are around here. And we want to make sure that we don't get hurt a whole lot while doing it. Oh. And if you see any red crosses, if you are hurt, you want to pick those up because those will refill your health. So, we just need to keep moving forward. We just need to make sure that the rats with the guns don't hurt us a whole lot. And we just need to keep our health as high as possible.
I'm getting bored here.
Alright, we are now back to full health, and I am at 700 coins now because of how I've been doing things. So, let's smash stuff. Oh, I can't smash that for some reason. Oh, that's right, it's nailed down just like all the other things that are nailed down, and you need to get out of my way.
Taking the night off.
I did not expect you to be there. Another one of you. You better give me some health.
Sorry for you guys.
I guess not. But we'll find some in this crate, nonetheless. And now, we need to continue on. Because I've been playing for almost 50 minutes now, and this tutorial has been going way too long for my tastes. And I wonder, I wanted to see if the coins do disappear, but I'd rather just not find out the hard way.
My knuckles are just getting warmed up.
And if these guys aren't shooting mortar shots at you, they're flying around using their little guns as a jetpack. Which is both scary and hilarious. Thankfully, if you know how to get away from them, that won't be much of a problem.
You little guys, you're just not tough enough.
All right, make your way to the loading dock. You've got to take out all the guards before I can open the gate.
You punks better call for backup.
And I need to get these guys taken down so that way they don't hit me any more than they already have. There we go.
Huh? Where did you come from, shortstop?
And we're surrounded, and we need to mash the circle button to get these guys off of our back.
I call that the major. That felt great.
Everything okay, Murray?
Now it is.
Murray, don't forget to use your throwing ability. Press the circle button to stomp near an object, and you will pick it up. Then press the square button to throw the object. If you press the triangle button instead, you can slam the object down.
And we've gone over this already. But since it's here, we're going to be showing it off again. Yes, game, we know. We know about the L3 button. Pressing the left analog stick in to find out what we need to do next, which is destroy the junction boxes. So we need to go up to one of these things.
Murray, you're gonna have to throw stuff to take out those junction boxes.
Stop to get a barrel in our hands, and when we're facing the general direction of the junction box, we can just press square to throw the barrel at the junction box. Just like that.
I gotta nail those junction boxes.
And now that we destroyed one, we can destroy the other. And I was facing it earlier. There it is. Yeah, if you see the arrow, you'll know that you're looking at it.
Throw stuff to take out those junction boxes.
Yes, Bentley, we know. Also, everything character specific regarding Murray will be in pink.
I gotta nail those
That
junction
includes
boxes.
even his spot on the radar and his objectives.
Ah.
Okay, security system is down. You're all clear.
Great. I'm going in.
And all we need to do now is just press circle to steal the sword.
What the?
You didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
Hey, Carmelita! Oh, funny meeting you here.
Sly Cooper, you no good lying thief! I'm locking you up for good!
Sorry, gotta take a rain check. I'll call you.
Cooper!
Good evening, this is Sly Cooper. I'd like to request a ride.
You, Sly. Now quit messing around and get down here. We're in the van and ready to roll.
Au revoir. Let's hit it.
Buckle up, boys! Oh yeah! Just like in a demolition derby!
Look out! No! I think I cracked my shell. Watch out for those trees! Where are you going?
Just setting up for the jump! Welcome to Air Murray! Thanks for flying!
Nice landing, Murray. Hey, Bentley, not to complain, but we're kind of trapped here.
Relax, Sly. Just put the dagger in the receptacle. Perfect. Isotopic decay calibrated. Adjusting fusion synthesis. Anytime you want to punch it, Murray.
And where we're going, we won't need much of a road. Press circle to punch it.
You got it, chum!
Do not slow down, Murray.
I never do! Whoa!
Nice Back to the Future reference there.
Well, what else can I say about Carmelita? As you can see, our relationship is complicated. And I just succeeded in upgrading it to hazardous. I certainly wasn't expecting her to crash the party. She'd been so busy with her latest case, I never thought she'd have her eye on me. In fact, I'd kind of been counting on it. But then, I should have known better than to underestimate Inspector Carmelita Fox. As much as she liked having fun, Carmelita was serious about her police work. And now, I had a lot of explaining to do. But the plan was in motion, and there was no stopping now. Even though I was thinking I'd need the time machine just to patch things up with Carmelita. Before the heist, we'd recruited our disco-loving, scuba-diving friend, Dimitri Listow, to look after the Thievius Raccoonus. Because it was irreplaceable and the only guide we had, it was far too risky to take the book through time with us. Bentley had even invented a communication device to allow us to contact Dimitri no matter where or when we traveled. It was a perfect situation, since it allowed him to update us on any changes to the book while limiting our exposure to his fashion critiques. Everything was happening so fast. The past few days were just a blur. But as we howled through the time vortex, I realized we were in for a very long trip.
And we can use the binocucom with R3 to get a better view of our surroundings. Thankfully, I've already explained that. And now it's time for more cutscene, because this video wasn't long enough already.
We needed to locate Ryuichi Cooper, Master Ninja, and Master Chef. According to the Cooper clan history, Ryuichi Cooper was actually the inventor of sushi. After creating this delectable dish, he opened a sushi restaurant, which, while very prosperous, also provided the perfect cover for a ninja. When we got to Japan, it was obvious something was very wrong. What should have been a peaceful village was more like a heavily patrolled military base. We located Ryuichi's sushi restaurant only to find it shut down and under guard. Things got worse when Bentley discovered that Ryuichi was locked up in a new high-security jail, allegedly for serving bad sushi to the shogun. It all sounded like a pretty tough piece of fish to swallow. We needed to get to the bottom of the situation, and the first order of business was getting Ryuichi out of prison.
And we now have our first chapter of the game underway, and ThiefNet has new goodies. Do you want to go to ThiefNet? Absolutely. Might as well go ahead and see how it works. And we get to see what we can buy. We have 3 things that we can get. We can get the paraglider right out of the gate. I actually want that. Press and hold R1 to glide while in midair, just like in Sly 2 and 3. And you have the Elbow El Drapo combo for Murray. During combat, quickly press square, then triangle. And for Bentley, you have the sleep ammo. Press and hold L2 to select his ammunition that allows Bentley to shoot sleep darts and throw sleep bombs. So, the gadget, I'm guessing the gadget grid from 2 and 3 are gone now. That's interesting. I'm guessing they streamlined stuff even further, and by they I mean Sanzaru Games, because Sucker Punch was not involved in this one. They handed it off to somebody else so they could work on Infamous. So let's go back. And apparently that was a Shell brand laptop. I didn't even notice that until now. And we can select our character. We can select not just Sly, but also Bentley and Murray. Though, once again, we have a job for Sly right out of the gate. Though we can play as Bentley and Murray and do things with them if we want. We can press triangle to go to ThiefNet, and we can use L1 and R1 to move around in the hideout. We can change wardrobes, assuming we have costumes. We can go back to previous chapters anytime we want and replay jobs in case we want to collect anything that we missed in terms of pickups. And we will have to collect treasure to play the arcade. And we'll have to play the arcade in order to do things that involve game completion as well. And we can look at our treasure right here. And by going right one more time, we go back to the character select screen of the hideout. And that's pretty much it for the hideout. So, I'm pretty sure we have everything saved right now. We do. And I'm going to go ahead and save over this just to be safe. And I have been recording for about an hour, which is something that I have not done since Link's Awakening on the Game Boy Color, which was quite a while back. Join me next time where we start the first chapter, the first real chapter of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!